Hi y'all! Hello guys, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings. Tarot readings from the heart. It's been a long time, I know. Jeez, oh my goodness. I know, what happened, you know what happened, don't you? You know, for you guys that watch, are my avid watchers, thank you for, sticking with me in the channel and everything. You know that back in November, I took 3 weeks off because I was kind of really ill with flu, sciatica and a dodgy foot. Oh man, it was tough. And you know the story of that because I let you guys know what was going down with me, why I hadn't been on the channel. And then I recorded some videos for that week and then I was off again. So I think when I counted it up, because we're nearing the 7th, and I think it was the 7th of November that I actually went off. And then I came back near, I think it might have been something like, I don't know, the 30th of November or something when I re-recorded something. And then I went off again around the 30th or the 7th of December, something like that in between those dates. And then I came back again and I said, okay, I'm going to be more consistent. I'm a lot better. And I was a lot better and I have been a lot better. Thank you, Lord, because it was a bad illness back in November. But then, obviously, you guys know that I had, because I was ill, I had this huge backlog of clients. I mean, loads of them. Loads and loads and loads and loads and loads. Especially on the year aheads. I mean, I had people ordering other readings, but also a lot of year aheads, because it's the time of year when you have a lot of people wanting to do their 12-month forecast, that type of thing. And don't get me wrong, my website has always been I'm very proud of what I've created with the website. I'm very proud of the fact that I've created a very successful business. I'm now branching into other areas and things like that. It's great. But I noticed that because I'd been ill as well. Sorry, that's my Alexa. Alexa, don't turn on. I'm not talking to you. I noticed because I'd been ill, I'd had a lot of clients, and then I had more clients coming in for the year ahead. So I think all in all, in around 2 months, because we're nearing the 7th anyway, and when this reading goes up, it's probably going to be around the 7th of January or something like that. So all in all, in around 2 months, I've only been on twice. Sorry, guys, I'm really sorry, but first it was illness, and then it was, it's taken me literally 2 months to get all of the year aheads and the other readings done and down. And I'm now comfortably at a position where I can finally come back onto YouTube and record. So I just really wanted to come and explain why I haven't been on, why I've not been consistent with the channel. It's because I've been really busy on the website. So yeah, I'm going to try and be more consistent. Now what I thought I would do today, guys, is I want to do a year ahead for each of the signs. So we're going to do the usual live spread, but I'm not going to focus on the full 5 to 7 areas. The private readings do 5 to 7 areas, okay? This reading is going to be vastly toned down. So we're just going to look at today for it's not even a year ahead, it's a 6 monthly reading that we're looking at, guys. So we're looking from January through to June, the end of June 2020. And all we're going to look at is the areas of love, career and finance. That's all we're going to look at in terms of what's coming in for the next 6 months for you guys. And then I'll do an update around the June time to look at what's coming in between June and the end of the year 2020, December 2020, okay? I'm also, instead of putting up a weekly this week, I'm going to put up a month ahead. So we're also going to look at, I know it's a little bit late, I know, but yeah, we're going to look from around January 7th through to February 7th, okay? So we're going to look, whatever time I know that this is going up, I'm going to put it from there. So we're going to look, we're going to look around January 7th or 8th through to February 7th or 8th. So we're going to do a monthly like that. And instead of having the 1st of Jan to the end of Jan, we're going to have a look at, Jan to, Feb, whatever the dates are, okay, that I start, all right? So that's what we're going to do. What time is it? 6 minutes in. Fast forward. If you don't want to hear my blarney, just fast forward, guys. You don't have to stick around. I've missed you anyway. I've missed all of you. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting stuck in. And thank you to everyone who ordered a year ahead. It was phenomenal. 2 months of trying to get down on a whole heap of people. Ugh. Sometimes, I would start at 5 in the morning and then finish at probably 1 in the morning. 5 in the morning, I'd get up and then finish at 1 in the next morning. I was like, oh man, I can't. I was like this, but yeah, God saw me through it, and I'm so grateful. I love what I do, and I'm just really grateful for everybody who's supporting me, and all of you guys that have come for private readings and really made my dreams come true and my business a huge success. So thank you very much. All right, let's get on with the reading, guys. Enjoy the year ahead readings. And also sitting next door, you've got your January 7th or 8th through to the February 7th or 8th month ahead reading. As from next week, I'll be back onto the weeklies, but really I just wanted to kind of just say thank you and put out a couple of kind of biggest, largest readings out to you guys, all right? Love you guys loads. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, hi Sagittarius. Welcome to Carol's Universe. Tarot readings from the heart. So we're going to do your live spread reading now. We're using the Art Nouveau Tarot for your anchor positions. We're using the This Might Hurt Tarot for the main positions of the live spread. We're only covering 3 areas: love, career, and finance. If you want, your own private reading on this, I do have them on the website, and we look at 7 areas rather than 3. But for the purposes of a general reading, it's a shorter reading. We also use the Quantum Oracle to look at the spiritual advice at the beginning of the reading. And we use the Heal Yourself reading cards as well by Ina Segal to look at what the advice is for the first 6 months of the year. Okay, with that being said, let's get shuffling, and we're going to have a look at your spiritual message first. Okay, let's have a look at what the spiritual advice is then, Sagittarius. First card, kindred partnerships, people. So I just feel that the universe is trying to tell you, Sagittarius, that you do have people around you. Kindred partnerships are those special partnerships that you have with like-minded people. So I do feel that you've got people around you who share your values, basically, who share your kind of thoughts and the way that you view the world and the way that you see things. You have, I think this year is a year for making special partnerships and also for finding those kindred partnerships as well. Let's have a look here. I think that they could bring a great transformation. You've got the cycle of transformation here. So I feel that kindred partnerships could bring a great deal of transformation with this transformation card. Hopefully kindred partnerships are not going to transform. Intuition and manifestation. So I feel that there are kindred partnerships around you. I think the universe is trying to tell you that you have some very like-minded people around you this year, Sagittarius. And I feel that these people can bring a great deal of transformation. We've got the cycle card showing transformation. So whoever these kindred spirits are, these kindred people who are very connected to you, people who in essence you call your tribe, I do feel that they can bring transformation with the cycle card here. I feel that there needs to be a focus though on your intuition and your ability to manifest the things that you want. The spirit is really about, you know, the way that we are as people. So the spirit is who we are inside, who we, you know, our skin, our face, our heads, our arms, our legs, it's all a shell. The spirit is what actually makes us what we are. So when we look at spirit, we're looking at things like intuition and manifestation, and that makes a lot of sense to me in a way, because I'm a great believer in things like the law of attraction. So one of the focuses I think you need to focus on this year, Sagittarius, is using your intuition, possibly to manifest the things that you want, but also trying to build that intuition as well, on how as well, maybe with the kindred partnerships and transformation card, maybe you need to use your intuition as well this year, Sagittarius, on how you can use kindred partnerships to transform your life and who you are. And I'm just going to clarify that transformation card and what needs to be transformed, because that's what I think it's actually saying. I think it's saying that you need to look at the partnerships that you have this year and how, you know, use your intuition in terms of the partnerships you have, and use your intuition to find how these partnerships, how these people that you're around, how these close relationships can help you transform your life. What is it that needs to be transformed? What is it that Sagittarius needs to transform? Show me in 1 to 2 cards. Well, your hidden motivations. The hidden motivations is doing things, but doing things for the wrong reasons, basically, with the hidden motivations. So perhaps what you need to transform is doing things maybe for the wrong reason. For example, saying, I think I'm going to go to the gym this year, for example. But instead of going to the gym to get fit, you're going to the gym because you want to look, you want to look a certain way. possibly you want to go to the gym to start looking really good looking, to start getting your body looking amazing because you want to attract in a partner, rather than going to the gym because you want to get healthy, you want to get toned healthy. There's nothing wrong with transforming the body so one looks attractive for the, you know, for a partner, but at the same time it also has to be, especially if you're really large, maybe you want to go to the gym to get healthy, maybe that should be the primary reason. So there are all sorts of hidden motivations that people can have. We can do things for the wrong reasons, and I feel that one of the things that you need to transform are the reasons that you do things. And I feel that the universe is saying to you that this is a year, or certainly for the first 6 months, Sagittarius, that you need to use your intuition when it comes to, you know, the partnerships that you have. Okay, how can these partnerships help you to transform the way that you do things? For example, the motivations that you have. What are the reasons that you have for doing certain things in your life? A kindred partnership for me is a genuine, authentic partnership. It's a genuine, authentic friendship. And I just feel that you need to be using your intuition, and possibly using your intuition to manifest partnerships that can help you transform the way that you motivate yourself, you know, the way that you make decisions, the motivations that you have for doing certain things in life showing up here, okay? I feel certainly that this energy here of the motivations, doing things for the wrong reason, is going to be on the decrease if you look at kind of the partnerships that you have. In other words, I feel that the universe is really saying that you need to, this year, Sagittarius, utilize those friendships, utilize those really important connections that you have to others, utilize them, use them to your benefit so that they can help you to transform as an individual, all right? And use your intuition on how you're going to do that. How best can I have, say, I'll give you a quick example. You have a friend named Sally. Now, she's not a lover, but she's a friend. She's a kind person, you know, but she's very different maybe to your other friendship. So what can I do within this friendship? How can this friendship benefit me to change the way that I have been approaching my life? How can I, not using people, but how can I utilize the friendship that I have with Sally to benefit me in terms of, for example, one of the things that some of you guys might do, I know that Sagittarius likes to travel, but not all Sagittarians do. So it might be that some of you guys don't like to travel. Maybe some of you have never been on a plane. Maybe you've got a friend that likes to travel an awful lot. So how can you utilize that friendship to break away from maybe some fears that you hold? For example, I'd like to go on holiday, but I don't have a friend. Maybe you a friend to go on holiday with. Maybe you have friends that go on holiday. Maybe you could utilize those friendships to actually take the first steps towards going on holidays. You see where I'm coming from? It's all about just utilizing, taking those friendships and using them in a positive way. You know, utilizing the friendships that you have with people and using it in a positive way so it benefits you and them, I guess, going forward. Okay? So that's the message, I think. I hope that made sense. I know I went around the houses a bit, but I do feel that it is a 6 months for using your intuition, mainly the intuition here in terms of the partnerships, the kindred partnerships. A kindred partnership is very different from just a friendship. This is a friendship that is connected on a soul basis. So this is somebody who you've got a really good friendship with. Using your intuition in terms of the people that are around you that you have really strong friendships with, how can they help you transform? Especially if your motivations or the things that you're doing are for the wrong reasons. How can these people change you? How can these, not change you, but how can these people, encourage you to change that cycle here? How can we decrease this energy? How can friends play a part in that? All right, then that is the spiritual message for the first 6 months, Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, let's have a look at what your reading is saying. So, we had 2 cards come over in the love area. They came out together, so I had to take them. So, the energy that you're experiencing around love between now and June 2020 is 4 of Cups. So, the 4 of Cups, unfortunately, in a love reading often means apathy and boredom. It means somebody isn't feeling the relationship. If you're single, it means you have lots of opportunities for love around you, but sometimes you can be a bit picky with that card. What's going on next here? Yeah, I just feel that somebody is not happy in a relationship. There's a lot of struggle. Somebody's carrying a lot of burdens here with the 10 of Wands energy showing here. It could also be, for example, not wanting to be in a relationship, possibly with the 10 of Wands can be sex, things like that. But no, I would say probably just looking at it, just looking at it immediately, to me, it feels like somebody is feeling really stressed out in a relationship here. Somebody doesn't want the relationship. Four of Cups energy. There's a lot of burdens being experienced. All right, there's a lack of interest when I see the Four of Cups in a relationship reading. So love-wise, I just feel that there's a lack of interest that some of you guys are going to experience. Somebody's carrying many pressures with that Ten of Wands. What are you experiencing underneath that? You're experiencing the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords. I'm just trying to think. So, yeah, I mean, this could be you, because the Ten of Wands is actually third decan in Sagittarius. So that's probably you there, carrying pressure. You've got a lot of pressure. This might be you not wanting the relationship, lots of pressure. And we've got this Nine of Swords coming in as well. So it's saying that what you're experiencing, Sagittarius, is a lot of worry around, a lot of anxiety around a relationship. What's going on around this area? Strength energy showing here. So the strength energy, it's funny with strength, because strength can be sexual as well. So you might be experiencing some sexual problems in a relationship, for example, with those two cards. But you might also, the strength card in a love relationship can mean the overcoming of an obstacle as well. It might be that you're overcoming this. I mean, you do have strength, but there's worries about somebody. But you know what it feels like when I look at this card? Look. Can you see the lion? Now, the lion can be male or female, but usually the lion is quite a strong individual. It's the lady that has the strength, okay? So somebody may be worrying about being oppressed within a relationship. That's what immediately comes to my mind when I see these two together, because the strength card can also mean that one partner has power over the other. Usually it's a woman having a power over a male, but it can represent one partner having power over the other. And it may be that there's a great deal of worry, probably because one of you has a lot more power over the other. The Six of Cups energy showing here. Okay. Do you know what? Do you know what happens here? This is a really interesting reading actually so far, Sagittarius, because do you know what it just makes me feel? The Six of Cups is a nice card, and it shows a close relationship. It does show a very close relationship. It shows a relationship that's more like family rather than romantic. And the strength energy is also, when it comes to a relationship, it deals with the ideas of trust. And if I hadn't seen these, if this had been different here and different here, I'd have probably changed that to mean something else. But it feels like somebody's being coerced. It feels like somebody's being manipulated. Even though you wouldn't usually read those cards stand alone as manipulation, definitely feels like it's a manipulative energy here. Because look at the strength card. We've got a woman over a lion here. She's basically, you know, she's basically kind of strong-arming this lion. So she has a lot of strength and a lot of force and a lot of power over that person there. And lions, for me, they represent people who have a great deal of passion and drive. Yeah, there's a bit of rage there, but when you're a lion, you're a leader. But it's almost like somebody's confidence or somebody's independence is being kind of threatened by this individual here. Okay, so when I look at this strength card, and what I see is a woman over a lion, almost like somebody is suppressing someone's I mean, this can be the card of desire, but it doesn't smack of it here. It smacks of somebody who has a great deal of power over another person, and they're using that power to coerce them into doing certain things. It feels like somebody is manipulating another individual, and it might be that some of you guys, Sagittarius, are actually worrying. You may be the Nine of Swords here, worrying that you're being manipulated by another, because I'm getting you're being manipulated, and that might be why you are saying with the Four of Cups, the energy with the Four of Cups coming in is, I don't really want this relationship. I'm unsure whether I want this. I'm feeling really kind of you're carrying a huge burden on your head, basically, with the Ten of Wands energy, because I think that what you're experiencing is a great deal of worry here, unfortunately. Well, it may not be a great deal of worry. It's a pit card, but you are nevertheless, when you get the Nine of Swords, it is, some cards of the pit cards might as well be majors, because they just carry huge weight. And what I actually feel here is that you guys, this is definitely you, because the Ten of Wands is third decan in Sagittarius. That is for you for sure. You're carrying a huge amount of pressure here on your head. I think that you're not wanting this. You're not wanting a relationship, carrying a lot of pressure. I think it's because you're worried about somebody trying to manipulate you, somebody who is trying to take your... It almost feels like you might be dealing with a narcissist in this area here. I'm getting a narcissist. The lady here over the line is the narcissist, and the man here over the child is the narcissist. Sometimes you can read the Six of Cups, Sagittarius, funny enough. You can read that Six of Cups as somebody who's trying to manipulate. It can be a manipulative card. It could be a card where people are dangling carrots. So I would say that there's a great deal of worry here about being manipulated by an individual here. Somebody who's trying to... somebody who's trying to get the upper hand, that type of thing, all right, in a relationship, manipulation and narcissism. Some of you guys are worried that somebody's trying to coerce you. It's almost like you're worried about somebody trying to take away your, your spirit, as it were. And I feel that this isn't going to, because Sagittarius people are quite free, aren't you? You like to travel and you like to explore, and I don't feel that you like to feel coerced into anything. And I just feel that somebody's trying to coerce you and you're really worried about that. You don't like it. Let's have a look at the long-term outcome, where this is heading. Oh, right. So we've got the Hangman. That's reversed though, isn't it? The Hangman is reversed. It's interesting because the Hangman, it's a card about awkwardness, but it's in the reverse. It's do you know what? Actually, I just think that you're not going to accept this. You're not going to take it lying down, because sometimes the Hangman in the upright can mean that you just go with the flow and you accept a situation for what it is, but in the reverse it can mean I don't feel very comfortable with this, and it can actually mean nagging thoughts. And I just feel in the long term some of you guys are not going to accept this lying down. You're not going to accept this type of behavior, I think, with this Hangman energy. I think that because this is the card of being stubborn, I think you're going to dig your heels in about the situation here with that Hangman reversed. I think it's also going to lead to a very uncomfortable, because he's more comfortable being in this position, isn't he? I just feel it's going to lead to a very uncomfortable situation happening here. What's going on around career? The energy around your career is the Six of Coins. So Six of Coins can be about promotions, because it's the card of giving and receiving. But in your career, it looks like you're receiving something. So this could be a promotion here with the Six of Coins, or you're receiving a job, you're getting a job. What are you experiencing underneath that Six of Coins for a career? The Knight of Swords. So I just feel that there's something suddenly changing here. There's some news coming in. There's the arrival of something new, something happening really quickly with that Knight of Swords energy showing here. The Two of Wands energy. So I feel that you're ready now to move forward with a plan. So what you're experiencing is the Knight of Swords. The Two of Wands is all about the plan. And I just feel that it's almost like it's saying that you guys are now ready over the next 6 months to move forward with a plan. Let's have a look if this pays off. One in which I think there's victory and success. Chariot is all about victory and success. After a hard-fought battle, victory and success. We've also got travel cards as well. Certainly moving out of a comfort zone as well for some of you guys here, because this is the comfort zone, but this is also the plans. Ready to take that action, I think, with the Knight of Swords in terms of plans here. And that Chariot, seeing you being very successful with that, with the Chariot, which could be while you're either getting a promotion or you're getting, you know, a new job, that type of thing. What is the long-term outcome from that? Oh, the Star, it looks good. It looks very good. So it's very positive going forward. Dreams, hopes, wishes being fulfilled with the Star energy here. Positive new beginnings, all the rest of it. Things look very bright. Things look very positive going forward with this. Let's have a look at the final one, which is your finance. You got the Star again showing here, but like this. So finances, look, the energy of the finance. I feel that you're clearing something here, because the Star means to cleanse things away. And this could also be in terms of finance, you know, a lottery win, something like that. But I actually feel that you're clearing something out with that Star. You might have been feeling very vulnerable for some of you guys with your finances, but I actually feel that there's some form of a cleansing here, or it could be something amazing is about to happen. Let's have a look what's going on underneath this. Ooh, so the Fool. For me, this looks like you guys are being free from, maybe if there's a devil here, maybe some debt, for example. Let's have a look what's going on here. Well, the Four of Swords energy. I'm just seeing freedom and finally a resolution here with the Four of Swords energy. High Priestess energy showing here. So the High Priestess. So High Priestesses, when it comes to your finances, that's an interesting one, because the High Priestess can be the need to get perhaps counsel or advice or wisdom, or even to rely on your intuition. All right. So it could be, for example, I actually do feel that this is you guys cleansing yourself of something. I think it might be paying a debt or something like that that's happening for some of you Saggies, because that High Priestess, it feels to me, because this is finances, so it feels to me that you might have been getting some advice maybe or counsel with the High Priestess that has led to you being able to resolve an issue with money. I think the Fool and the Four of Swords, they're both cards that indicate the resolution of issues, especially when that card shows up as well. If it's with a devil, sometimes it is a case of being free from the devil, being free from a chain, being free from a burden, being free from a big debt, that type of thing. So I actually see you guys being free from something here. It could be through the advice that you get. You get some really important advice that you couldn't get anywhere else. It might be with the High Priestess. Sometimes the High Priestess can also mean people are doing things secretly with their money. So, you know, storing their money in offshore accounts, things like that with the High Priestess energy. The High Priestess also can be that maybe there's a secret here. Maybe there's something coming out. Maybe you owed tax or something. You haven't paid it in a while and now it's getting paid, that type of thing. But I just feel that there is some resolution to a situation happening here. Some resolution. You might have used your intuition in terms of how you were going to release it. But if you've used your intuition, I'm going to clarify that High Priestess actually. I'm going to get more clarity on what that means. I think if you use your intuition on kind of how you're going to resolve a situation, I think it's paid off. I think it's worked out. What's the long-term outcome here? Oh my God, you've got it again. You've got it twice. The High Priestess. You've got the High Priestess twice. That's interesting, isn't it? Let's clarify. Let's clarify. Okay, because it might be the long-term outcome with the High Priestess. It might be that you need more advice, for example, on what you should do going forward. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of flip on this High Priestess and see what it means. High Priestess is tricky because it's not a money card, but it's something that you do in order to solve a financial situation, for example, when that High Priestess shows up. So the High Priestess is, you know, when you get cards that aren't necessarily money cards, it can actually say that something is, you know, you have to do something in order to bring around, you know, a good situation, for example, money-wise. So we're going to flip on that High Priestess and we're going to see what that card means. Let's just have a look. One moment. Okay. So let's have a look. What do you mean when you say the High Priestess is the outcome? What do you mean when you say the High Priestess is the outcome? Because as I've said, that could be intuition. It might be that you have to rely on your intuition. Alright, because it's a secretive card. But as I've said, this could also be somebody that you're confiding in. I mean, the long-term outcome is the High Priestess. I definitely feel here that you're being freed from something here. You're finding a resolution. The outcome card is the High Priestess. Maybe you need to keep something to yourself about your finances. What do you mean by this High Priestess in 2 cards? Right, the Ten of Swords. So this is acceptance, surrender. Something is over. Knight of Rods energy. I feel that you've got to accept that there's going to have to be some form of a change here, because the Ten of Swords means to surrender to something. It means to give up. It's like, okay, fair enough, I concede defeat, I accept. It feels like you're going to have to accept that there are changes that are going to have to be made. So maybe this is something to do with your intuition, Sagittarius, that you need to, and the overall outcome, where things are leading is to you using your intuition. And what do you mean by things are leading towards Sagittarius using their intuition? Show me in 2 cards. Right, the 8 of Wands energy. So this is expansion, growth, movement. Wow, the world showing up here. Some of you guys, I mean, the world energy showing here. I mean, the world can be kind of like a global card, for example. And this could be, 8 of Wands can sometimes show up when you're transferring money. For example, it feels like you need to use your intuition, because in this area here, for example, we're seeing here cleansing. What I'm seeing here with the star around your cash situation, the energy is positivity, good things coming in, but also there's a healing, there's a cleansing concerning those finances. And underneath that, you guys are experiencing that. It might also be that with the Fool card, you're actually, no, this is what it could be. I'm just thinking about it actually. The Fool can also be an opportunity, new opportunity. So maybe in terms of finances, the reason that this is showing up here as the energy coming in around your finances, it might be something to do with, you know, there's a lot of positive stuff coming in terms of your finances in the next 6 months, Sagittarius. And this involves a new opportunity. So there's an opportunity, a new project, a new investment, maybe whatever it is for you to make money. That Four of Swords showing there may say that Sagittarius, though, needs to sleep on it and think about it. Because the Four of Swords is don't take any action. So it might be, though there's a new opportunity coming in, the best thing for you to do is not to take any action here. And the outcome could be, what does your intuition tell you, okay? So that might be, because this is about kind of you surrendering to that Knight of Wands. In other words, moving forward, just kind of, it's not accepting, it's just saying, okay, right, I think I'm gonna do it. So really, in these two cards, you're just kind of like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna invest in this thing, this new opportunity. It's gonna make me a lot of money. But the universe is saying, before you surrender to that change, before you surrender to your desires, because the Knight of Wands also means desire. It means your passion. So you may have a desire to put your money in a particular place this year, Sagittarius. It might be that there's a scheme that you can invest in to turn 50,000 into 500,000, something like that. So the desire to do it, and actually, of course, Sagittarius, that's you, isn't it? The Knight of Wands is Sagittarius individual, so that's you on the card. So you are surrendering to your desires, because the Knight of Wands is a very passionate and motivated and excited and enthusiastic character within the tarot. So with the Ten of Swords, you're surrendering to your desires. You're giving in to your desires here. But the universe is saying to you, well, before you give in to anything, before you give in to any of these desires that you have, Sagittarius, use your intuition. All right. I think that this might be transferring money worldwide, for example. I think it's saying in the long term, where it's heading is you using your intuition. But also, no, I think it's actually not even, I think using your intuition, yes. But also the High Priestess in terms of movement means no. She's not going anywhere. She's not going to do anything. She's not going to do anything. Seriously, she will not do a damn thing. This woman will not do anything. In terms of movement, she's passive. She's not going to move. So in the long term, I think some of you guys will avoid, with that High Priestess energy, transferring money perhaps worldwide, like transferring your money to another country or transferring your money to a big scheme or something like that, because the world can also mean the word big. So transferring your money towards a big scheme, for example, here. Okay. You know, it's a get rich quick. It's a get rich quick scheme, isn't it? Queen of Coins and the Knight of Swords. Just pull 2 more cards underneath. It's a get rich quick scheme, because the Knight of Swords is quick and the Queen of Coins is to get rich. So it's a get rich quick scheme. So you're saying no there. Can you see how you are the High Priestess? Because the High Priestess will often mean no. Some readers might mean that as read the High Priestess as a 50-50 card. I would never read her as 50-50 because she doesn't do anything. She doesn't do it. So I look at her as a no. So you're saying no. This is you transferring your money to a big world or a worldwide get rich scheme. Knight of Swords and the Queen of Coins. Just pick the 2 cards that were on the top afterwards. Get rich. You're going to say no to doing a get rich quick scheme. That's what it is in this reading. So for your finances, Sagittarius, what I would say is that things are looking the energy of the star is coming in. This is achieving a lot of money, getting a lot of money. It's it's a big potential showing up here. And underneath that, this is all about, sorry, I keep changing my mind, but the more I look at some cards, the more I think, oh no, this feels like this. This is more about an opportunity, a new opportunity with the Fool energy. But some of you guys over the next 6 months are going to kind of, you're not going to take any action as such, because what you're doing with the High Priestess is you're relying on your intuition. All right, showing here. Now, the overall outcome will be the High Priestess. I think that you guys will actually decide to step back from that, because this is all about you transferring money to the world, transferring your money to a big global a big global scheme. And it's a get-rich scheme with the Knight of Swords, because the Knight of Swords can quickly make the money with the Queen of Coins. It's a get-rich scheme, but there's no, there's no 100% thing about that, because you want to do it, because you want to surrender to your desires. You really want to do this, but your intuition tells you, it says don't do it, because it's a get-rich scheme and you could lose money. Okay, you could lose money afterwards. Okay, yeah, and there you go. I just pulled 2 more cards from the top. the Fool and the Nine of Swords. Some of you guys, you'll end up getting really upset because you've been stupid. The Fool also means to be foolish and stupid. So really it's saying here, look, we'll just quickly do this finance reading once more. Energy of the Star, something amazing coming in. It's to do with a new opportunity here. Four of Swords, I do see you guys taking a bit of a chill pill on that though, just to think about what you're doing, because you have, you want to really, you have desire to go for it. You've surrendered. You want to surrender to your desires. You really want to go for it. Okay. Knight of Rods energy showing there. Okay. But you're going to need to use your intuition here. Okay. Showing up because you want to surrender it. This, and also the Knight of Wands can be spontaneous, too spontaneous, and the desire can be too spontaneous. It looks good. With the trouble with the Knight of Wands is it looks good, therefore it must be good. I'm just going to go for it. You know, I might as well go for it. I might as well, you know, strike while the iron's hot. But sometimes that's not always the best thing to do. The universe says in the long-term situation is the High Priestess. All right, of this situation. I think that the long-term is all about what you do, and I feel that what this is that I see in the long term you guys not doing this, because this would be about you transferring money to this big opportunity, or transferring money halfway across the world, for example, in a get rich scheme, get rich quick scheme with that Queen of Coins and the Knight of Swords. But I feel that you'll end up ruining the day with that Nine of Swords energy, that you foolishly did this with the Fool energy showing there. Okay, because you're going to lose money in abundance. See that Queen of Swords here, she cuts into things. The Ace of Cups is the abundance. You'll rue it because you'll lose a load of money, basically. You're going to lose money in abundance showing there, okay? And you're going to see, so you've got all of this Eight of Coins energy showing here. This is the money that you make from the service, all right? So you're going to lose all of this money, all of this stuff in abundance. You're really going to lose it. You're just going to lose the money showing up here, all right? I feel that the person who's trying to entice you, this Queen of Cups, somebody is offering you apparently amazing situation here. So this person comes forward with the Queen of Cups sensibility, and she offers you, Sagittarius, the amazing opportunity with the Star. But the Magician is reversed. It's all bullshit. They're just lying. They are really embellishing the truth. All right, and you will come to know this if you enter into this scheme. So think before you leap. Just think before you leap. Okay, think before you leap. Yeah, you're going to lose the money. Keep saying it. Eight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. You're going to lose the money. You're going to lose money. If you go for this thing, you will lose money. You really will. Okay? You really will. Alright? You really will end up losing money. Okay? I think that this establishment, you know, is being looked into anyway, to be perfectly honest with you. I think that they're being looked into. Or I've got this Hermit and the Emperor energy. I think this is the establishment with the Emperor, and I think they're being looked into. So this company's probably, whoever these people are that will pose this to you, Sagittarius, they've probably been looked in anyway before. They've been looked into, all right? They're very confident that they can cover their tracks, I think. I've got the Six of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Moon. Feels like they're very confident that they can cover their tracks, this company is, all right? I feel that they put up a strong illusion on this as well. They put a very strong illusion up. Okay, that's as far as it's going to go. I'm not going to put any more cards on that. I would say be very careful around your finances. If you back the wrong horse, you'll rue the day and you'll lose a lot of money. Okay. In terms of love, I'm afraid to say what I'm seeing here, Sagittarius, is you guys feeling the heat there a little bit. There's a lack of interest here. I feel that you're going to be really worried that you've actually got a narcissist in your life. There's somebody here who's quite narcissistic around you in the next 6 months, and they're going to try and coerce you into all sorts of things. But you're too sharp for that, aren't you? You don't, and I think that with the Hangman in the reverse, you're going to kind of read them the riot act. In terms of your career, I see it going good. I see you receiving promotions or new jobs. I feel that some plans that you have set in 2019 are now moving forward. And also, if you've been waiting for something to come in with that Two of Wands, because Two of Wands can be waiting. If you've experienced any delays, I see now with the Knight of Swords energy, things shifting. I'm seeing a shift in a delay here. The Chariot, maybe a new job or a promotion moving forward. And it ends up being really good for you with the Star energy. Very positive energy going forward. Okay, let's have a quick look at what the advice is. It says selling out is the advice. Let's have a quick look at that. Is that number And that's the number 1 card, actually. I always go to the booklet for these. Selling out. Okay, so let's have a look at what that is. Right, the advice from the universe is, on this one, your integrity and inner strength are being severely tested. You have an opportunity to act with either fear or love. Where in your life are you selling out or acting out of integrity? Are you in a job you hate? Are you living in a toxic environment and making yourself sick in the pursuit of financial security? That's what I'm saying here. Be very careful of that area here. This card asks you to find the courage to stand up for your convictions and take steps towards doing what you love, which I definitely see you guys doing in this area here, which I think is good. Selling out is linked to the shadow aspect of the prostitute archetype. When you connect to this archetype, you can examine your fears around survival, power, responsibility, and success. On the light side, the prostitute can lead you to freedom, self-expression, choice, and love. Fantastic reading, guys. Okay, that is your 6-month reading, January back to June, down to June. I'll be back with one of these around July time, okay? If you'd like to order your own one that comes with the 7-area reading, you can do on the website, okay? That's it. Take care, my lovelies. Bye-bye.